German courts rules turning away asylum seeker at border is illegal. As soon as you click to watch this interesting news or video, do me this favor, like this video, it costs you nothing. Subscribe, turn on your notification bell to all notification if you like what you are watching. If you don't like, please do not subscribe. The purpose of subscribing is for YouTube to recommend or suggest our videos to you. My name is Linda. I base here in Germany, and my purpose of creating this content is just to inform, educate, sanitize people about what is happening in Germany. I always like to put disclaimer that I'm not here to mislead you. I am not here to deceive you. I am not an immigration officer. I don't work in immigration. If you need any information, please kindly go to immigration office. And I want to appreciate all of you, my returning subscribers, especially those of you that comment. Somebody say you want people to comment, but you are not answering their question. My dear, once I post video, I have other things to do. Later on, I will come back and reply to your message. It's not a must that I will reply immediately. I am a mother. I have other things to do. Before I proceed to this news, I think this is a very good development for asylum seekers. Somebody asked in the previous video I made yesterday about the changes in application for German citizenship. The person asked, is it when the person have his or her Netherlands allowance up to 5 years that he can apply for German citizenship? No. You have the resident permit this year, you can apply next year. But one thing you should make sure is that you are working. If you are not working, if you are benefiting from the government, if you don't have B1 or orientation certificate, please do not apply because you won't get it. Now, let's get into this news. I'm going to read from DW News. This thing happens on Saturday. Let's read direct from the news before I will explain. It goes like this. The Berlin Administrative Court on Monday ruled that the government's new policy of rejecting asylum seekers at the border is incompatible with European Union. In the decision, the court found out that the forced return to Poland of 3 Somalian asylum seekers on German territory, 2 men and 1 woman, was illegal under the EU Dublin regulation. It went on to rule that the overall policy of rejecting asylum seekers is illegal, ill-founded. The court dismissed the illegal basis put forward by Interior Minister Alexander Dobrindt, which prescribes that asylum seekers may be returned when coming from a safe third country of the premises of EU law. The court held that the Dublin EU regulation applies. This regulation states that an EU member state is responsible for processing the asylum claim where the asylum seekers first set foot, which is hardly ever the case in Germany as a central state. However, the Dublin regulation obliges member states to conduct a case-by-case assessment through a proper hearing to determine the responsible state for the process of the asylum claim. There are a number of exceptions, such as health reason or a risk to life or limb, which preclude a state from executing a Dublin transfer. One of the platforms, for instance, claimed to be a minor, which would constitute ground to be assassin in such a procedure. The court also decided that the German government's justification brought forward under EU law for the measures is inconvincing. Earlier this year, Chancellor Friedrich Merz had invoked Art 72 of the Treaty on the Functioning of the European Union, which allowed member states to suspend EU law in case of threat to policy or order. The court explained, based on past decision of the European Court of Justice, that the threshold for this state is high and the government has yet to deliver on evidence why it is fulfilled. Since the number of asylum seekers in Germany and the EU has declined, in the past 2 years. First, to test the novel policy since its implementation by the conservative CDU-led government. In response, Mess and Interior Minister Alexander Dobrynin stated that they would not advise policy and border force to stop rejecting asylum seekers at the border. However, as Mess explained, they want to stay within the borders of EU law and guidelines set out by the court. They view the ruling as a mere singular decision and await a final resolution of the matter. European countries have recently limited the right of asylum seekers at their borders, such as Poland and Netherlands, which had considered an opt-out of European asylum rules. However, Germany is the first country that, without consulting other EU countries, put an effective head to Dublin transfer hearing. So the courts said that the way the German authority is sending the asylum seekers back in the border, that it is illegal, that they should have given these people opportunity to explain themselves why they are leaving their country, that maybe these people's life is under threat. Maybe at least when somebody is leaving his or her country to seek for political asylum in another person's land or another country, there must be something that is pursuing the person. They would have given them the opportunity to express themselves, to say why they leave their country, but they just sent them back. So the German court said this is not good and this is illegal, but the German authority is keeping strong head on it. And this new government, it go hot too. This new one, it go hot. I dey hear for 1 year say, I don't know how true that one be. I just want it to be confirmed. Say people wey go dey collect kinder wadada. Na only people wey get Dutch passport. Say if you no get Dutch passport, say you no go dey collect kinder wadada. Say they spend a lot of money in kinder wadada. Say e no be anybody's right. Na their citizen get am. And I remember say na SPD make the foreigners they get the same benefit wey the countryside people they get. Now these people, they want to revise everything. I don't know, but one thing I know, say this new government, it go hard. I will play these videos. I want you to pay attention to this video. Watch this video. But this is a very good development for asylum seekers who are coming to Germany with a reasonable purpose. At least now the court have said you should stop. And if you watch some of the European countries, they are now drawing themselves back from this development. Listen to these people's reaction or what they have to say, and subscribe. Make sure you turn on your notification bell so that you will know when we upload a new video. Let's listen to these people.
In news, a German court has made a big decision about asylum seekers and border controls. Let's talk about what happened and what it meant. Now, on the 9th of May 2025, 3 people from Somalia came to Germany by train. They were stopped by the police at the border station in Frankfurt. The police told them to go back to Poland, but these people wanted to ask for asylum in Germany. Now, what did the court say? On June 2nd, 2025, which is today, a court in Berlin said what the police did was wrong. It is illegal to send people back without giving them a chance to ask for asylum. Why is this important? Now, Germany is part of the European Union. These are the rules in the EU that says when a person asks for asylum, their request must be checked. You cannot just send them away. The court said Germany must follow these rules. What does it mean? This is big news. Yes, it means Germany cannot make its own strict rules if they go against EU law. Refugees must be treated fairly and the police must follow the law. So, if you or someone you know is applying for asylum, know that they are right. Courts can help protect those rights, and Germany must follow EU laws too.
Latest updates about border control in Germany. So guys, something happened on Saturday at the border between Czech Republic and Germany. So the police stopped a man at the border. They were trying to control this man. The man drove past them, brought out his gun and opened fire on the policeman. So the policeman retaliated at the border, which affected the man, and that was the end of the man. The man is no longer living. So the police are yet to identify this man. So guys, concerning this border control in Germany, I believe Germany is already having pressure from the neighboring countries and all of that. You know, this border control is beginning to be a problem here in Germany. So the police now are facing a lot. When they want to control some, they refuse. A lot of things happening at the border. Some they will drove past the police without allowing them to control them. So to me, I believe that there is nothing wrong in border control. There is nothing wrong if the police want to control you to know, that will not stop them from allowing you not to enter the country. If you want to come in legally, you will be allowed. So people should allow them to control them, because it is a law. It is not set by the police alone. It is what the parliament have agreed that this is what they want to do. So guys, people should allow the police to control them. So this is what is going on currently in Germany, and this border control has, is becoming a problem here in Germany. Even other countries, they are no longer supporting them.
My people, those of una way they use lawyer till they fight case when I know so no go win for Germany. For example, you chop your aduro, they give you rejection. First one, you go carry lawyer. Once you carry that lawyer for that very first one, you don't win the case. Just leave them. You understand? Come they pump your money into this kind of matter. Now waste of time. The people don't want to make you even get humanitarian document in the first place. You understand? They prefer me you go work, may they collect 1/3 of your money down to they give you that money. You understand? Waiting be integration. Integration now to just know their value and play by the rules. You understand? Just know say you not dey fair. Say a man of 30 years. May you go to collect money for a job center. Just know say that thing not make any sense. So the best thing, just go look for work. And if you say, okay, maybe the work, they know they pay you well, then go learn something. You understand? Go learn something. Go learn handwork. Go do vocational training. You understand? These people not like to they give foreigners like me and you money for hand. May they not they do anything. May you even look another money you want just collect forever. You understand? You know if you really go forward with them. And once you start work now, it will easily prepare you to the next level. All right. Those of now where they don't give small chance, Article 104C or Beschäftigung Dundun and all those things, so some of them get the document easily direct. Mona just go work. Okay, my people. If you get problem of looking for a job, just try job buzzer under Bundesagentur for Arbeit. You understand? Just type into your phone where they listen to me. So you understand? Then navigate to job buzzer. You will see a lot of jobs for your area there. Or try this very one, and my favorite one, www.mindstart.de. I will put the link for my comment section there so that now if you copy and then you can look for job. All right, my people, may we come on for the lazy track, make we enter the hard work track. Okay, it leads to so much success.
The reason why they have not granted you a resident permit through Asylum, it is because some of you are bigger than that resident permit you get through Asylum. You can imagine after coming to Germany, you were a doctor, you told them that you have a degree in your whole country. Now you are seeking asylum. You want them to give you a Aduro resident permit. Some of you are bigger than that. So that is why you go for commission. After all evidence, they will still reject you because they want you to be integrated and get a proper resident permit in Germany. So if you are in Germany and you got a resident permit through Asylum, you shouldn't be happy yet because that resident permit can be changed at any time. That resident permit, they might stop to renew that particular resident permit you get through Asylum. Any resident permit you get through Asylum, it is not secured. It is not something you will be sure of because there are times where they will not renew that particular resident permit here in Germany. When I was doing my vocational training, I had people in my class from other countries. They are with their resident permit, but they have failed to renew that resident permit for them because they asked them to go back because the reason why they came to Germany, that reason is no longer there. So they stopped changing their resident permit. They stopped renewing it for them. So that was why they switched to Ausbildung in order to have a resident permit through Ausbildung. So that is something you need to know. If you get your resident permit through Asylum, You shouldn't feel reluctant because you also have a lot to do. You have to prepare yourself. You have to get your language certificate. In case they stop renewing that particular resident permit, you have to switch with integration resident permit. So that is the best. So for those of you that you are angry they did not issue your resident permit, you don't need to be angry. You need to suffer and suffer it for once. That is better. If you are here 7 years, 6 years, you have not gotten, you have to wait, and that is more better, because when you apply for 25B and they give you, it is much better times 50 of someone that is using any other resident permit. Or if you started through vocational training, if you are able to finish that resident permit, that vocational training, it is better you get a resident permit through vocational training than any other resident permit. So that is something you need to understand. Stop putting your hope, your trust on asylum resident permit. No, asylum resident permit does not have anything to do with you. It is not going to add a plus to you. All those things are just temporarily. So you have to focus on integration, focus on hospital, and fight. Even if it took you 10 to 15 years to get it, it is better than having a resident permit after you are sure that you have a resident permit and they stop renewing that particular resident permit. So focus and integrate. That is the best resident permit you can ever have.